Stephen Davis, Ronald, he's sort of a bit of an unsung hero, isn't he, in some ways? Probably not within the team, but maybe outside in the greater picture. Is he one of those players that maybe people only notice when he's not there sometimes?
Yes, normally yes. He's one of the players. He's also a more experienced player than most of the young players, and he can play out of different positions in the team, and he's not really the big communicator in the squad, but with his personality it's an important player for the team.
Is it important to have players like him who are sort of a bit more understated as it is to have the people who really catch the eye, the Manes and the Pellas that everybody talks about?
Yeah, of course, because that makes really the balance in your team with that kind of players, and it's always good to have that type of football player.
In terms of the chase for European football, do you kind of feel like you're going to need to win either all of these 6 games or most of these 6 games, at least the home games?
Yeah, it's difficult to think how many points you need to have really at least the 6th position on the table. I don't know, but if you win your home games, then you have a possibility. But I think I don't think so that 9 points is enough to get that European place. We need more, and we know. And it starts Saturday, and it's not important. It's not really my focus only for one of only the home games. We need to win most of the 6, and then we will get a good opportunity.
So it feels a bit like fine margins then. Maybe it's going to be the odd win here or there that might make.
Yeah, but now every defeat can stop your ambition. We know that it was already before the Stoke game when we spoke to each other and to said Stoke, Liverpool, 2 must-win games. This Saturday is also a must-win game after the defeat against Leicester.
You mentioned before about just in the middle of another answer about how Shane Long is developing for you as a player. Could you just expand on that a little bit and sort of what he's doing now that's really catching your eye?
No, I think when Shane came, he was that type of player. His offensive qualities, but I think his technical capacity in one touch, in control, in to understand really the movements, he's improving, and that's all about training. And maybe before Southampton, he wasn't used to do that kind of training sessions, and that's maybe the difference. And still players from that age, 26, 27, when they come to Southampton, they can learn, they can improve themselves, and that's good. And of course, he's full of confidence. He's showing that confidence. He's scoring goals. He's complaining defenders, and that's really what we like to have in front.
When you first joined, people were saying that £12 million was a lot of money, and now suddenly it doesn't look like £12 million is a lot of money at all. Did you always have that sense that this was the player with a lot of potential?
Yeah, but okay, we always analyzing new players, why we are interested in that kind of players, and of course, it's also about money, because everybody knows that we can't spend much more than 12 for one player, and it was an expensive player. I agree at that time, but I think we did our job very good. But he is now showing that money wasn't too much for Shane Long.
I think in terms of the longer term, obviously not talking specifically about Pella, but obviously he's beginning to get a bit older, and we've spoken about his contract situation. Is Shane a player for the long term for this club, do you think, is to lead the line?
Yeah, what is long term? That's in football. What is long term is always difficult. It's the same for managers. Long term is difficult. But okay, but for players, of course, Shane is one of the long terms. If you talk about 3-4 years, of course, and we have Charlie in, and we have Jay Rodriguez, Pelle is different because his age is a different one, and that's what we like to have, really a good group of players that for the next couple of years are really Southampton players to improve more, to develop more, and to make the team stronger.
You mentioned there that you're not surprised that big teams are looking at your players. I suppose when we get to this stage of every season, there's always questions about this player or that player. Are you confident you can keep the squad together this summer?
We try, but we know our situation, and we know that we can't win against big teams with a lot of money, and we know that's a good thing. Our players has ambition, and everybody likes to play on the highest level, and but okay, we will do as a club. We try to do everything to keep the players in.
Would that include maybe in Fraser's case a new long-term contract? Is that something you might consider?
That's a possibility, yes.
And just on Newcastle, do you know Rafa Benitez well at all? Have you come up against him in the past?
Yes, I met him in different Champions League games, and but I don't really know him personal, not as a coach, but normally from outside. And if I need some more information about Rafa, then we have Sammy. Sammy Lee was his assistant in Liverpool.
Has he given you any information coming into the game?
No, but okay. We watch, we analyze Newcastle, and then already I did my Sky job on television on the Monday by Leicester Newcastle, and after one game you saw already his thoughts about how he likes to play with his team, and it's good organized. And of course they have some good individual players on front, and we need to stop that.
When you look at their squad, are you surprised they're where they are at the table?
Yes, on one side, yes, but it's not the first year or the first season that they struggling in the Premier League, and it's difficult to have opinion about why. From outside, it's strange because they have some good players.
And in terms of Rafa Benitez, he's won lots of big trophies. In your opinion, if he could keep Newcastle up now with 7 games to go, would that be as big an achievement as maybe even winning the Champions League with Liverpool?
Yes, but it will be a big achievement because the situation now is for them that they have 6 points less than Norwich, and 6-7 games to go. I think they play Man City home, and then a difficult schedule for them also. And the weekend is after the defeat against Norwich. It's a must-win game for Newcastle, and it's a must-win game for Southampton. It's a nice game to watch, I think.